So a while back, WWE decided to do a few lists. Top 50 tag teams of all time, top 20 entrance themes, and so on and so forth. Well, let me tell you something. Some of these lists have limited credibility at best. Especially the top 50 tag team list. Let me tell you why I believe this has limited credibility at best. They rank the #1 greatest tag team ever to come through the WWE. #1, Edge and Christian. Are you fucking serious? Of all the tag teams that have come and gone, you rate Edge and Christian #1? Excuse me? I hate to quote Vicky Guerrero because I can't stand her, but excuse me? What? I'm sorry. I like Edge and Christian, but do they deserve to be called the #1 greatest tag team in WWE? Fuck no. Okay. I can name 5 tag teams right now that are better than Edge and Christian. The Steiner Brothers, Demolition, the Legion of Doom, the Hardys. Some of you might say that they don't think the Hardys are better than Edge and Christian. Oh, well, okay, maybe it's a tie, so I'll take away the Hardys. The Hart Foundation. The British Bulldogs. Okay, hell, I'll even say the Nasty Boys were better than Edge and Christian. Now, okay, so there's another reason I think that list has limited credibility. Now, I mentioned the Steiner Brothers previously as a team that's better than Edge and Christian. Yet, the Steiner Brothers, I don't even remember if they made it past 40. And if they did, just barely. But guess who got ranked above them? Billy and Chuck. Who the fuck would rank these two, those two above the Steiner Brothers? What the fuck are you guys watching? Seriously. Who at the WWE makes these lists and actually believes Billy and Chuck were better than the Steiner Brothers? Tell me who. Because I'd like to meet that person and give them a smack upside their fucking head. Be like, wake the fuck up, man. I'm sorry. If you take Billy and Chuck in their prime, and you take the Steiners in their prime, and you let those guys legit go at it, guess who'd come out on top? I'll tell you who wouldn't come out on top. It'd be the two guys running around acting like flaming fags. That's who wouldn't come out on top. And you know why they wouldn't come out on top if it was legit? Because the Steiner Brothers, All-American wrestlers at the University of Michigan. I'm sorry, what amateur competition were Billy and Chuck known for again? Wait, what's that? I'm not hearing anything. Oh, wait, I know why I'm not hearing anything. Because they weren't known for it. Enough said. So then, and some of the tag teams that they put on here were just fucking ridiculous. The Colossal Connection. Really? Andre the Giant and Haku. Former champions, yes. But they weren't together all that long. And, I'm sorry, but to me, a tag team should be together for, at least 6 months, for them to have some kind of legitimacy. That's just my opinion. I'm not going to go over the entire list. You can go research it yourself. But those are just a couple of examples of why I say that list has very limited credibility. Okay. Now, another list that I thought was complete bullshit was their top 20 entrance themes of all time. And there seems to be somewhat of a recurring theme here. Because guess who came in at #1 for the best top 20 entrance themes of all time? Edge with You Think You Know Me. Okay. I like Edge, but it almost seems as if the WWE is saying, okay, so since we just inducted him in the Hall of Fame, let's suck his cock some more. I'm sorry. Edge's theme was not the #1 of all time. It was decent. It was good. I'll give it that. It was definitely better than some of the bullshit I've heard over the years. But let me tell you something right now. You want to know whose theme blows Edge out of the water? The Ultimate Warrior. Now you fucking tell me. You know, the Ultimate Warrior, like that shit just fucking fit the gimmick. Like, Ultimate Warrior is one of the first guys who, like, you heard the music and bam, the crowd went nuts because they knew who was coming. I mean, like, and like, you know, the whole thing, he sprinted to the ring and the whole, you know, just the whole thing. You know, Legion of Doom's music was better than Edge's. Demolition's theme was better than Edge's. I mean, hell, The Rock's old theme, where you know, one of his old ones where he's like, you know, The Rock says, know your role and shut your mouth. That was better than Edge's theme. I mean, I'm just saying, I don't think Edge's theme qualifies as the #1 entrance theme of all time. It does not. And it, you know, I'm not saying it doesn't belong on the list. It belongs on the list, but it's not #1. Fuck that.
Better than some of the ones you mentioned.
Yeah. Maybe. Like I said, it belongs on the list, but I don't think it's #1 by any stretch of the imagination. So then, another bullshit list that WWE put out is the toughest superstars of all time. And you can tell that this list is WWE being completely biased. Okay, let's see. John Cena being on this list? Seriously? And I think he came in at #4 for toughest superstars of all time. Seriously? John Cena? Oh my god. Okay. I could name a few wrestlers right now who, if John Cena were in a legit fight with, would destroy him. Let's see. Brock Lesnar would destroy Cena. Okay, I'm sorry. Did you see what Brock did to Cena on that one episode of Raw? He busted his mouth up. Hell, if Lesnar decided not to... If the match at Extreme Rules, if Lesnar decided to say, fuck the script, I'm doing what I want to do you know how bad he could have fucked Cena up? He could have fucked Cena up bad. Now, granted, Cena... I'll say Cena is definitely tougher than, you know, Mr. Joe Schmo walking down the street, but we're not comparing him to Joe Schmo. We're comparing him to WWE wrestlers, past or present. So is he that high on the toughest superstar WWE superstars list? Fucking hardly. Give me a break. Ken Shamrock could kick his ass. Steve Blackman would beat the piss out of him, for Christ's sake. I'm telling you, it's like Bad News Brown would have beat the shit out of John Cena. It's just, you know, some of these guys, I don't get it. You know, like I said, I'm not going to review the entire list. You know, I'm just going over examples that were bullshit. You know, hell, Triple H being on the list, I think, is bullshit too. Because there are guys who could destroy... Like, really. Same thing with Triple H. Brock Lesnar can destroy Triple H. But if Bad News Brown were alive and in his prime, he'd beat the shit out of Triple H. Hell, Scott Steiner could beat the shit out of Triple H. Hell, I dare say even Goldberg might have been able to do it. Jericho for sure could have. Shit me? Excuse me. You know, it's just WWE puts out these lists. And, you know, I seriously wonder, like, why they still suck and ride the cock of some of these guys that they ride on. It's like, give me a fucking break. And, you know... And here's another thing that they did a while back. When they released their top 50 superstars of all time DVD, you put Shawn Michaels as the #1 superstar in WWE history? What? Okay. Now, I know some of you can say Shawn Michaels was the greatest in-ring performer, and maybe there's some truth to that. And he might be, I'll say Shawn Michaels definitely qualifies as the top 5. Easily. No doubt about that. But, I'm sorry. The greatest star in WWE history was, and always will be, it'll be the Hulkster brother. Because when he got the 24-inch pythons going, man, there was nothing that you could do to stop Hulkamania. That is the wrestler that put WWE on the map. That Hulk Hogan is the wrestler. If you walk up to any non-wrestling fan, any person who has never even seen 1 second of wrestling in their life, but I'll guarantee you, if you ask them who Hulk Hogan is, they'll know who he is. There's only one other superstar who can come close to being able to say that about themselves. That's The Rock. The Rock is getting close to that level. He's not there yet, but he's getting close. You know, I'm sorry. Nobody else has reached that yet. I guarantee you, if you walk down the street, you ask a non-wrestling fan, hey, do you know who John Cena is? You know what they'll say? Who? Who the fuck is that? Hell, you know, or Shawn Michaels even. You walk down the street, you ask somebody who's never seen wrestling, do you know who Shawn Michaels is? They'd be like, huh?
Unless they're in the hunting.
Okay, yeah, or unless they're in the hunting. But here's the thing though. If they're hunters and they don't watch wrestling, yeah, they'll know who Shawn Michaels is, but they won't know him for his wrestling. They'll know him for the hunting show, which is a completely different thing. So, I mean, I'm just saying, the WWE with their top whatever, you know, like the top 50 this or top 20 that or whatever, their lists have limited credibility. They do. I'm sorry. I just think it's bullshit that they come up with some of these things. You know, and if you want to know what I'm talking about, I'm not sure if there's still, well, the top 50 superstars, that was a WWE DVD set. But the top 20 entrance teams, the top, 50 tag teams and blah, 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 blah. I think those were lists on WWE.com. I don't know if they're still there. You could probably Google them and find them somewhere. But let me, in fact, Google these lists. And let me know what you think about their limited credibility. I don't think they're very credible at all. And quite frankly, I really think that, the WWE is very narrow-minded and rather stupid with their rating system. Just saying. For this edition of the In the Ring Show, this is Devious Damien signing out.